Hi, my name is Tanya Basak. I am the undergraduate chair in the Department of Sociology, Anthropology, and Criminology, and I'm also a sociology professor. And I'm here to talk to you about sociology. So first, let me tell you how excited we are for you to begin your journey at the University of Windsor. And we would like to show you what your fall semester is going to look like. As you're learning more of what is required for your accepted program, it is important to distinguish between courses that are required and those that are optional courses or electives. Required courses are courses that you need in order to complete your degree, but also these are courses that are prerequisites for upper level courses. So it's always good to start with some basic required courses and then move on. But also keep in mind that there are lots of interesting electives for you to choose from. And this is what I'll be talking about in this presentation. You will be required to take Sakura 1100 Foundations of Social Life. So let me tell you a little bit about this course. In this course, we introduce students to key concepts, theories, and methods that we use when we study sociology, anthropology, and criminology. We study a number of important issues in this course, and our discussions include things like culture, crime, deviance, family studies, and social inequalities, which include gender, class, race and ethnicity, sexuality, ability and disability, etc. We'll study a number of issues from multiple perspectives in order to develop and improve our sociological imagination. In addition to Sakura 1100, you will also be required to take GART 1500, Effective Writing, Part 1. In the winter, you'll take Part 2. But in Part 1, you'll start developing effective writing skills for communicating your ideas in academic and other contexts. So you will improve your grammar, paragraph writing, academic learning, and critical thinking skills. This is a very important course for you to take, and it will help you with your writing assignments in other courses that you will be taking at the university. Okay, so in sociology, in addition to these two courses, we also recommend that in the first semester, you take one social science course, one arts course, and one language or science course. So this is how your first semester is going to look like. Sakura 1100, Foundations of Social Life, GART 1500, Effective Writing 1, one social science course, one arts course, and one language or science course. Keep in mind that some courses that are listed in the language program can be counted as arts courses. You will be able, when you look up a registration webpage, you will know which courses count as arts, which courses count as language, and some courses will count as both, as either arts or language. Also, keep in mind that you should try to register for Sakura 1100 as soon as possible, as soon as registration opens up. This course fills up because it's a required course for sociology, criminology, and family and social relations. It's also a required course for students in some other programs, such as environmental studies. So the course fills up. If it fills up and you can't get into this course, you can take Sakura 1000, Understanding Social Life. We prefer that you take Sakura 1100. Why? Because Sakura 1100 is a course for majors. Sakura 1000 is a course for non-majors. But the content of these two courses are somewhat similar. Therefore, we accept Sacre 1000 instead of Sacre 1100 if Sacre 1100 fills up. Let me give you some tips for planning a successful semester. First, I want to talk about what you should expect to learn in the first semester. You will learn how to question commonly accepted truths. As you know, there are lots of facts that are floating around, and some of them we believe to be truths. But sometimes research shows that those are myths rather than truths. So when we study sociology, we'll learn to debunk some commonly accepted truths. We'll learn to question these truths. You'll also learn how to manage your time differently. At the university, you do a lot of work independently. It's different from high school, where you receive homework on a weekly basis, and you have to submit your homework weekly. At the university, there are some courses that require some weekly assignments, but often enough in sociology, you don't have any required homework until it's time for you to study for your midterm exam. So for the first 5 or 6 weeks, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. However, I want to encourage you to stay on top of your work and do something weekly. Don't leave the preparation for your midterm exams and the final exams for that matter, until last minute. If you do, you're going to be panicking. You won't be studying as well. You won't be absorbing the material as well by comparison to studying on a weekly basis. So learn to manage your time effectively. Do something, read the assigned readings every week. And this way you'll be better prepared for your exams. You'll also learn to collaborate with others. Now, don't be afraid to ask your professors or teaching assistants to clarify the ideas, to explain better what they meant. They won't be offended. Don't hesitate to raise your hand and ask them to explain again whatever that they've just finished explaining. And express your views. When you express your views, base them on specific examples. Back up your opinions. Don't just throw your opinions out there. Back them up. And then question everything you read. Question what you hear from others. Question even things you hear from your instructors. Your instructors won't be offended if you question them. In fact, they'll appreciate it. It'll give them an opportunity to elaborate on their ideas, but also they may change their minds, right? If you provide some convincing counter arguments, then your professors would say, thank you very much for sharing this with me. And this is something that we all want our students to do. Engage in debates. We'll have lots of debates, throughout the 4 years of your program. You'll be asked to engage in debates. You'll be asked to comment on particular issues. So listen to opinions presented by others, but also they would want to hear your views. Don't be afraid to explore new ideas and new subjects. So if you major in sociology, you might want to take a women and gender studies course or a history course or political science or psychology course, whatever. Explore other topics and other areas. And don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes. Now start thinking about your career. Reflect on the skills you learn in each class. So make a mental note. By doing homework, I've learned whatever. I've learned to work with others. I've learned to lead others. I've learned to listen to others. If you engage in problem solving, also reflect on what am I learning? The same goes for oral presentations, writing assignments. Media literacy exercises. Think about what you are learning. What are the skills that you're acquiring? And then when you are interviewed for a job, talk about the skills that you've acquired at the university with your potential employees. I also recommend that you volunteer at an organization where you hope to work in the future, or a similar organization. And also engage in student activities and extracurricular activities. Join a student club. There is a criminology society. There are some other clubs. So there is a list that is available online. Scroll through it and find something that you're interested in and join that club. It's fun to engage in those activities on campus. Also, if there is an opportunity, do research with your professors. Now, keep in mind that each program has advisors. Get in touch with your advisors if you need help selecting your courses. But if you know what you want to take, this is a web page that you need to go to, and it'll take you through the registration process step by step. So good luck planning your program for the fall semester.